Hi, Namaste, and welcome back to our channel. This is Gautami. As I said yesterday, we are in the second step of learning English, and that is how to apply what we have learned in the first step, right? So, let me give you some important tips that will be useful to you to start thinking in English. Okay? If you want to speak English fluently, then you need to understand the importance of thinking in English. Only if you start how to think in English, then it will be easy to you to speak English. Okay? So, without any delay, let's get started. And if you missed out the previous video that I have published yesterday, please go back and check that video for sure. Coming to today's video. First of all, let me tell you the reasons why you are not able to think in English. The first and the foremost thing that is stopping you from thinking in English is your mindset, your comfort zone. Okay, you are not at all willing to come out of your comfort zone. Your brain is always triggering you to think in your native language, speak in your native language. And what are you going to do is that you are feeling it very comfortable because you like to speak in your native language. You like to think in your native language. You are quite comfortable with that language, right? So you are starting to tell excuses to yourself. That is where you are stopping yourself from going ahead in your learning journey. Okay, so first of all, make sure that you are changing your own mindset that is leading you to quit this process of learning English. Stop telling excuses, at least now. Stop telling excuses. I am from Telugu medium. I am from non English medium. I am a tribe. I am from a village. I don't have network connectivity. I don't have an English speaking environment. English is not for me. I'm not able to frame sentences in English. I'm not able to speak English without grammar. I am fumbling a lot. All these are just the excuses that you are giving to yourself. You give these type of excuses because you are not willing to come out of your comfort zone. That is where you are giving high priority to your excuses, delaying your improvement in speaking English. So, the first thing that you need to do is that you need to first of all come out of your comfort zone and start thinking in English. You need to trigger your brain each and every time to think in English. Okay. And the second reason why you are not able to think in English maybe is that you don't know even basic English words. Yes, it may be the reason. If right now you are sitting in a room, you must be able to identify each and everything that you are watching. Okay, that you are seeing right now. You must be able to name them. Okay, it is your responsibility to know the correct name of it, what do you call it, and how do you use it. Okay, so in order to think in English, the first thing you need to do is that you need to fill your brain with at least minimum vocabulary, minimum words. Okay, and the third reason why you may not be able to think in English is that you are not good at making sentences. Okay, you have a set of words, but you are not able to combine all these words to frame a sentence. It may also be one of the reasons, and the final reason maybe is that you are dependent on the process of translation. Translation process is something that you translate each and every word, each and every sentence from your native language to English. At the initial stages, it's okay, but as you are moving forward in your learning journey, you need to quit this process of translation. Understand that English is separate language and your native language is completely separate from English. The sentence structures, the grammar rules, position of the words, each and everything differs from your native language to that of English. Please keep that in mind and start thinking in English. Then only you will be able to frame quite good sentences in English. Okay, these may be the reasons, and now let me tell you the solutions how you can overcome this problem. Before that, I would be very happy if you click on that like button and share it to your friends and family members as soon as possible who are just translating this language or who are not able to think in English. As I said previously, you need to come out of your comfort zone. Okay, you need to tell to your brain that English is something that you need to master in your life. You need to start thinking in English, only then you will be able to speak English fluently. That is what you need to remind your brain each and every time. Whenever you want to think, then you need to make sure that you are thinking in English only. To do that, you need to come out of your comfort zone. Okay, you need to step ahead. You need to leave back the process of translation and you need to step ahead. It is hard. You may not find the exact words to express. Okay, but you need to do it. Then only it will be easy to you in the later on stages. What you can do is that initially start with only 5 minutes. Put a timer on your phone and start thinking in English. I'm not telling you about speaking, I am just telling you about thinking. Whatever you are doing inside your mind. Okay? You can stay alone in a room and start thinking in English. Thinking is a process that you can do anywhere, right? Even 10 members are sitting in front of you. You will think what you want to think. No one is going to tell you what to think. It is you who decides what to think. So try to think in English. Now, you may ask me about what should I think. Just try to find out the names of each and everything that is present in front of you. Okay? You need to think of each and everything. You must be able to name it. Okay? That is the first thing that you need to do. A room, a table, a laptop, a cell phone, a book, a pen, a door, a chair, a sofa, a curtain, a window. Okay? All these are the things that are absolutely in front of me. Okay? So, in this way, you need to name all the things that are in front of you. Now, after that, you need to start framing collocations. Collocations are a combination of 2 or 3 words. To start framing collocations on your own, a small table, a comfortable chair, a big door, a big sofa, a beautiful curtain. Okay. In this way, you need to think of 2 or 3 words that you can add to the main noun, add to the main thing. Okay. After framing collocations, then you need to step ahead and frame at least 2 or 3 sentences on each and everything. For example, a table. I use this table to do my work. It is a brown table and it is comfortable for me to put all my things that I require whenever I am ready to do my work. I prefer to keep my table clean and tidy. Whenever I study during the nights, I prefer to use the table lamp instead of the tube light. I make sure that I organize my table very neatly because I will not be wasting my time searching for the things that I want. My brother sometimes uses this table as a study table. I use it to do my works. And this is how you can frame simple, small sentences using basic, simple words. That is up to you. While doing this process, make sure that you don't focus too much on the vocabulary that you are using and don't focus on the grammar that you are using. Just focus on the fluency. Okay, while doing this, you need to just focus on the fluency. Whatever sentences I have spoke now, make sure that you are thinking that in mind. In the same way, at wherever place you may be near the bus stop, you may be in a hotel, or you may be in a classroom, you may be watching this video just lying on the bed, right? So it may be anything. Just think in English. Think about the thing that you are holding right now in your hand and frame sentences in English. The next thing that you can practice is that picture visualization. It is a technique that makes wonders to your thinking process. What are you going to do is that you are going to take a picture. Okay, any picture. You can Google out anything and just you can see that picture. Okay, you are going to take 1 minute for each picture. In the initial stages, I recommend you to practice this with 3 pictures per day. Okay, you are going to select any pictures that you like from the Google and you are going to put those pictures in front of you. Either it may be in the phone and you are going to observe that picture. Okay, then what are you going to do is that, as I told earlier, you are going to name all the things that you are able to find out in that particular picture. Next, you are going to frame collocations about that things that you have seen in that picture, and in the final step you are going to frame sentences. Okay, it's same like the live exercise, but here you are going to take a picture. But in the previous thing, I told you to identify the objects that are present in the place that you are living. Next and the foremost thing that you need to understand and that you need to start practicing right from today is that you need to start your day by thinking in English. As soon as you wake up, we realize that we are thinking in our native language. It is quite common. That is where you need to put a full stop to it. As soon as you wake up, you need to start thinking in English. Your beginning of the day must be in English. Okay? What you can do is that you can plan your day by thinking in English. Thinking is a process that you cannot stop at all. It runs in your mind, right? It runs in your brain. Each and every time you will be thinking something or the other, but you need to just shift the language. That is what I am asking you to do. If I am able to speak in a flow, it means that I am thinking in English. If I am a person who translates a lot, and if I am a person who is not able to think in English, then I will not be able to frame sentences spontaneously, which leads me to stuck each and every time, and I will not sound fluent. Right? So, you need to practice this. You need to plan out your day in English. And another thing that you need to do is that each and every day before going to bed, you need to review your day in English. These are the 2 things that you need to do from today itself. Okay? If you are watching this video in the afternoon, then you need to make sure that you are going to think in English, review your whole day in English before going to bed. Okay, these are the 2 things that you need to do each and every day. Start your day by thinking in English and end your day by thinking in English. If you do it for 5 minutes each and every day, then you will find it easy to increase the time of thinking in English day by day. Okay, next, I would suggest you a technique that you also know, that is Pomodoro technique. Initially, you start thinking in English with just 5 minutes. Later on, just increase the time. Then you will feel comfortable to use this technique. In this technique, you are going to put a timer of 25 minutes each and every day, and you start thinking in English. Whatever work you may be doing. Okay, you may be cooking, you may be taking your dog for a walk, you may be folding your clothes, you may be washing your clothes, you may be running, you may be walking. Okay, or you may be listening. Whatever work you may be doing, make sure that you are thinking in English. Make sure that you are utilizing that particular time to think in English. While cooking, what are you going to do is that you are going to think about the action that you are doing there in English. This is the best option to start thinking in English. Okay, whatever work you do, whatever action you are doing, try to think about that particular action in English. And not only that, I recommend you to frame 4 sentences for each action. I mean, you need to frame 4 sentences. You need to frame 1 sentence in simple present tense, 1 sentence in simple present continuous tense, 1 sentence in past tense, and 1 sentence in future tense. Okay, whatever actions are going in front of you, you need to think in English. You need to frame 4 sentences in English. The next thing that you can do is that whatever you are listening, you need to understand what you are listening, right? Then what you need to do is that whatever you are listening, try to understand it in English. Okay. So, in this way, you are triggering your brain to think in English. At the initial stages, it is very hard for your brain to think in English. So, you need to trigger each and every time, whatever you hear, whatever you watch, whatever you read, you need to start thinking about that in English. Even if you want to write something down, so many of you may have a habit to write a diary, right? It is a very good habit. If you have that habit, then try to think in English while you are writing down. Okay, write in English. Prefer to write in English your diary and think in English. You need to make ways, you need to create ways to think in English. While applying the knowledge that you have learned all these days, you need to be very strict to yourself, very sincere to yourself. It does not mean strict. You need to be sincere to yourself. You must be true to yourself. Keep that in mind. You can't cheat yourself while learning this language if you want to become fluent, right? So, you need to create your own ways to think in English. Okay. So I hope you find all these tips useful. These are the things that we generally do. And one more thing I forgot to tell is that whatever you read also, you need to read it in English. Try to start reading in English. Okay. If you are using any bilingual dictionary that shows meanings in 2 languages, try to shift that also. Okay. You should not have any option to think in your native language. Then it will be quite easy to think in English because you are setting up an English speaking environment to yourself. Whenever you are speaking to yourself, this is something I do generally. Whenever you are speaking to yourself, also try to speak to yourself inside in English. So that is all for this video. If you like the video, please do subscribe the channel. See you soon in the next video, and thank you so much for joining me till the end.